What is going on, fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Internet podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark, and in today's episode, I'm joined by not my short business partner, Cole DeSilva, which you might be thinking, but I'm joined by all of my clients in the 10K Mastermind. So for those of you guys that don't know what today is called Podchats. Now on Podchats, anybody that is my client inside of the 10K Mastermind every single week on Wednesday, they get the opportunity to come on and ask me anything, and we spend as much time as we need to uncover their problems. Now, 10K Mastermind is the mid-level coaching program that I have. So I've got 3 programs. 0 to 5K is the Change Lives Academy. Once you're making over 5K, you're in the 10K Mastermind. 5 to 15K is the 10K Mastermind. Once you start making over 15K, that's where we teach you how to hire teams, scale your business, etc. The $1 Million Mastermind. So these are 10K Mastermind students on today's call, and we're about to get right into it. So I have a rule, and that rule is, millionaire, before you go, you have to tell me you win, and then you can ask me anything. So without further ado, first up, what's up, Mel?
Hey, my win is I'm starting to get applications from my content, which has never happened before,
Yeah, that makes me super fucking
which
happy.
I'm
That's
excited
awesome.
about.
That's awesome.
But honestly, I don't have a question. I just had to tell you that listening to your podcast with Eric Rock today, I was on the car on the way to the gym and I was literally sobbing. I've never cried at a podcast before. And it was so freaking good. And there were so many things in that one call. I thought yours with Nick last week was the best I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But then this one, there were so many like revelations that I had just listening to that, listening to both of you speak. And I just had to let you know that that was so good. And I can't wait for it to come out so that I can just listen to it on repeat.
That is so cool. Thank you for that. So that guy is really, really, really cool. And that's why it's so important to get in the right rooms, because we met
Mhm.
because of Heaton's event. He was in the same room as me, and then we saw each other. I was like, oh, I recognize you from social media. And he reached out literally a month and a half ago and was like, I would love to have you on my podcast. And honestly, I didn't really know what he was about, but I was like, yeah, you seem like a high level guy. Let's do it. So thank you, because that podcast was like, that resonated with my soul. Like that was like, he was speaking my language. That was awesome.
I've been following him for a long time too. And so when I saw it popped up in my notifications that you guys were on, and I was like, whoa. And just first of all, both of your like stories, even though I've heard both of them before, like every time I hear it, it just like hits a little harder. And it's like, shit, like I'm sitting here like in action and not doing the things I need to be doing because of some narrative I have in my head, but like I didn't go through half of that shit.
Mm,
And then like your what 2 things that you said that like really resonated. One was you said that you're the man that runs in the rain.
mm,
And you were talking about your that one story about
mm,
running that day.
mm,
And that kind of resonated with me. Like, I want to be the man that runs in the rain. And
mhm.
also, you said that people use fear as a signpost to turn back. And, I posted something on my story about that because that like really hit hard too. And I think that'll hit hard with a lot of my clients. So it's actually what I'm going to talk about in my live tonight with my clients. But I think, even us in our business, we use fear as a signpost to turn back at times instead of just like I thought it in my head as you're running through the woods, you see a sign that says danger, turn back, and the majority of people are going to turn back. But the
Mhm.
successful people are going to see the sign that says danger, go kick its fucking ass. And
Yeah,
I want to be that person.
that's amazing. I really fucking appreciate you sharing that. I'm really glad that resonated. Thank you. That made my
Yeah,
day.
thank you. I just wanted to
And
say thanks.
that's very fulfilling and literally made my entire day. I feel fantastic hearing that. So thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Also, congratulations on all your success. That's fucking awesome to see all of the hard work and all the effort you've been putting into your content. And I know how much it was a struggle for such a long period of time. So to see the fruits finally pay off is fucking very rewarding. And I'm very happy for you. Good job.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're very welcome. That's fucking awesome. Simone, my girl, we still winning up in this bitch or what?
We still winning.
Tell me all the good things.
Well, where do I start? Since the last time we talked, I made over 6K, which was last week.
Yeah. Not bad. $6,000 in 7 days. Not fucking bad.
I know, I know. I'm sweating just saying it. Like, it's fucking mind blowing. I am at over 22K 6K followers on Instagram right now, and I'm steadily growing. I'm growing like 800 to 1,000 followers a day.
That's fantastic. That makes me happy.
My challenge is going really well. Like, this is the best challenge I've ever had. Like, people are so excited about this. They're showing up to the trainings and like actually asking questions. I'm like, you guys are asking some really good questions.
You remember 4 weeks ago when you couldn't fill a 4-day challenge to save your life, and fucking look at you now.
I remember it. I remember it. Yep. What else? Yeah, I've got 12K contracted for the month. I'm at slightly below 10K in the bank right now.
That's fucking great. These are all great things.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I was just saying, I just signed that PIF just before this call, and I was saying to my partner, I was like, I don't know if I should cry or laugh. Like, this is fucking crazy. But yeah, but this call that or the PIF that I just signed just reaffirmed to me how fucking important content is. She started the call with like, she's so excited to be here, and she found my page 2 weeks ago, and since then my content has been showing up on her For You page, and I'm just directly talking to her, and everything I say makes sense, and she was ready to buy. I didn't even have to go for the call. I still did that.
Yeah. So I want to pause on that point because I want everyone to understand this point. Please write this down. When you have an audience, everything is easy. When you don't have an audience, everything is hard. When you have an audience, everything else in the business gets easy. We can figure out, and like the problems that we're working on now, Simone, are like, how do we qualify leads better? How do we organize ourselves? Like, those are all problems that are easily solvable. When you have an audience, everything is easy. And when you do not have an audience, everything is hard, which is why like content is the most important thing. Content is the one part of your business that when you focus on it will change your business forever. More so than sales, more so than delivery, even, because I know some phenomenal coaches, like some of the best online coaches in the game, but nobody knows about them because they're not posting on social media. So the person like you, Simone, who has now 22,000 Instagram followers and growing, had a $6,000 a week, when it's like, when you have an audience, everything is easy. When you don't have an audience, everything is hard. Beautiful. Yeah. What is your question? How can I serve you?
I have a couple of questions. So first off, with booking calls, because now people are booking calls directly through my Typeform link. Not everyone does. Some people just click away, but I'm also assuming it is because I don't have a lot of spots available because I'm pretty much booked out now. So how far in advance should I leave the calendar open? Right now it's until Sunday.
Yeah. So, and your calendar's full?
I have 2 more spots.
Yeah. So I would do, my opinion is if you do any longer than 4 days, you're going to start to run into no-shows a lot more consistently. Now, obviously there's things that we can do to prevent that from happening. Like the night before all of your calls, sending them a 20-second video, which I'm sure you already do because you've been in the academy for a long time. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say 4 days out would be the timeline that I would book for. And anything other than that, I would make them DM me because it's likely that they would not no-show anyway. So 4 days out is the answer, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. I've still had some people just, not listen to the video or watch the video and then not show up, but I guess that happens.
Yeah, I would say a benchmark for you, Simone, because you might like, now that you're achieving a lot more success, what matters is numbers. And so we talked about this, a couple of weeks ago where I told you that you need to be tracking how many calls you're booking, how many sales you're making, blah, blah, blah. So for your show up rates, Simone, I'll give you a benchmark to aim for. Your show up rates, you should be aiming for 80% show up rates. Now that's not always going to happen, but the benchmark that you should be aiming for is 80% show up rates. That is the goal. And so the way we do that is text reminders and email reminders 24 hours before and 1 hour before. And also sending that video the night before being like, hey, Simone, hope you're having the best day ever. Just check the calendar for tomorrow. Saw we're booked in for a quick 20-minute call. I'm super excited. We're going to talk about your number one struggle, your number one goal, and I'm going to give you a game plan to help you achieve your goals. Bring a pen and paper. It's going to be awesome. And we'll chat with you soon. 80% should be the goal. If it's lower than 80%, I'd be taking a look at your DM process. If it's over 80%, I wouldn't be stressing about it.
Okay.
And I would say over 70, like 70 to 80% is like, don't stress about it. Below 70%, I would start making some changes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Anything else?
Yes. So last time we talked about needing to take time away.
Mm-hmm.
I find it a little bit difficult, and it's 100% mindset thing. Like, I've thought about this for this whole week. Every time that I don't want to take time away from the computer or like do something for me, that's not just the gym. And I think I'm scared that I don't think I'm scared, but I know that I'm I'm scared shitless that this will go away. Like that this is a, I was just lucky because I've had some videos go viral, and that, when that doesn't happen anymore, then what happens then? And so I'm stressed all the time.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you a story. When I was a kid, my grandma was the slowest driver of all time, like the slowest driver of all time. We're talking about like would fucking just like putt through, like it'd be like 70 and my grandma would be driving 50. It annoyed the shit out of me. It was so bad that when we would come up to a stoplight that was like green, she would slow down to see if it would go yellow. I'm like, it's a green light, fucking go. Okay. It's a green light, fucking go. And so that's what I'm saying to you. Okay. It's a green light, fucking go. It's going to be okay. And you have 22,000 followers now. That audience size is only going to grow. It's going to continue to get better. Instead of asking yourself the question, when will this go away? I want you to start asking yourself the question, how good can this get? Write that down. How good can this get? How good can this get? How good can this get? This is dope. How good can this get? How much better can this get? This is amazing. How much better can this get? So it's like, it is a mindset thing because that's our fear, right? Our fear, our ego is trying to pull us down to something that we know is like it. It is more normal for you now at this point because you've struggled the last 2 years to grow your coaching business. You've struggled to get it off the ground. It's normal for you to feel these feelings of like, oh my God, it's hard for me to get leads. And so now that you no longer feel those feelings and you feel like it's pretty easy for you to get leads and you don't have to struggle for that anymore, it's the reason that you feel is uncomfortable emotions is because you're not used to them. So that's why you go to your boy and you're like, I don't know if I should cry or laugh because you don't know how to feel because it's new. So the question you need to ask yourself is how good can this get? Now, another thing I want to talk about, and this is for every single person on this call, not just Simone, is I want you guys to be thinking about lifestyle design, okay? I did not start my business so that I don't get to live my life. I started my business to actually live my life. So I didn't start my business so that I had to be a slave to the business in order to be successful. That is not my definition of a successful life. And so you need to identify what are some things in your life that you want to do that you previously haven't been able to because you didn't have the money. I'll give you an example. I just bought Cole and I floor seats for the Conor McGregor fight, which is no longer the Conor McGregor fight, unfortunately. But Cole and I are going to be going to the UFC fights because I'm like, previously, there's no way I would have been able to afford floor seats when I was a fucking broke drug addict. But I'm like, now I'm not a broke drug addict. So I'm like, I want to do some shit that previously I was unable to do because of my lifestyle. So start thinking to yourself about lifestyle design. Like, what do you want to do, Simone? Like, where do you want to travel? Where do you want to go? Like, what would you like to do with your partner? Maybe you and your partner go on a weekend getaway. Like, think about lifestyle design. You're not, you weren't made to be put on this planet to just be a robot to your business and never enjoy it. Like, you got some money in the bank. So enjoy yourself. Do something for yourself.
But at the same time, I feel like, now that the light is green, I should go all in on that.
So I agree. So, and this is why I said lifestyle design, because if you just go all in on your business and you're like, okay, I need to go all in, empty my tank, whatever. And your definition of all in is sacrificing everything in your life, then that's the lifestyle you're designing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the lifestyle I want to design is a life that I work my ass off and when I'm done work, I do things that I enjoy. I go out for the dinners that I want to fucking go out for. I hang out with the people that I want to hang out with. I drive my nice fucking car to places that I want to drive it to. Like, I do the things that I enjoy with my life. I design that as a part of my life. This is like vision building, right? And at first it's vision building. And then you're like, oh, wait, I'm just living in my dream life. Like now when I wake up and I open my eyes, I'm like, I have the car I've always wanted. I have the house I've always wanted. My fucking wife's super hot. Thank you, Lord. Like I have everything I've ever wanted. And at first it was, I designed it and now I'm living it. So my recommendation for you is I want you to start getting clear on your vision and ask yourself, how good can this get? Like you can take time off and also enjoy yourself and your business grows. Those are all things that you can do.
Okay, I'll get on that.
And you have to think outside the box because your brain is trying to keep you in your old life. So you need to take the lid off. So when you're asking yourself what type of life you want to live, don't think about like that. I'm going to give you the frame to look at it for. Simone, I want you to write this down. If it was impossible to fail, what would I do with my life? If it was impossible to fail, what would I do with my life? If like failure was like literally like not even on the table, it was impossible to fail, what would I do? Because how you'll think about it now is like, okay, so what should I do based on what I've currently known? It's like, I don't like to think from that frame. I like to think from the frame of like, if it was literally impossible for me to fail and I was guaranteed success, what would I do? And then I start designing my life around those things. You get to choose. You are now a creator. You manifested your fucking content going viral. So why can't you manifest your dream life?
Sure.
Facts. Anything else?
Okay. No, that's it. Thank you.
Cool. I'm proud of you. Good job.
Thanks.
See, this is new levels, new devils, right? As soon as you reach a new level, you're like, oh, I made it. My content's viral. Then you're like, oh, fuck. Now I have all these fears and insecurities. New levels, new devils, baby. Welcome to the game. Personal development is never ending. What's up, Mr. Mike? It's a good call so far. I'm having fun.
What's going on, Brian?
Best day of my life, brother. How are you?
Good. A win. I got 7 new clients so far this month. Renewed 2 clients, 2 PIFs. So it's been a good month. I do have a few questions. Now, the first one is I have a client that renewed with me like 2 weeks ago, put her deposit down to a paid in full that she wants to pay next month. Messaged me this morning saying that she has to have spine surgery because she has a cracked disc in her neck. So now she's pretty much like she can't work out.
Yep.
Right? So she wants to obviously like hold her contract up until January, but obviously is very limited to exercise. Now, I want to know your input is should I like give her the option like you still owe $600. Obviously, you pay that, let's say now, because you do have that discount. But if you want, I could put your program on hold to further notice. What do you think?
Well, she has spine surgery, but correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have spine surgery and you're at home and you don't get to work out, should you still eat right?
Yes.
So the way that I would position it is if I had your business, I would be like, completely understand. You can't control the spine surgery. The only thing you can control is your nutrition and also your mindset, because I know that like if you literally are like bedridden for the next few months, it's going to be really hard on you mentally. So I want to support you mentally and I want to also support you with your nutrition. So I would transition for her to a nutrition only program until she could get back in the gym or until she could start moving her body. That's what I would do if I had your business.
Okay. So with just that, should I be like charging the full amount with her owing still a few months, like a couple $100?
I personally wouldn't. If you're asking what my opinion is, I would be like, hey, I want you to pay less money because you're not going to be able to move your body, but I still want you to be accountable because I think that it's important to stay on top of your mindset.
Okay. All right. I got you. Second question is I have a 6-week challenge ending. I'm booking calls with everybody. I had 2 today. Both of them were like really close friends. So when I pitched my program, like the accountability was the biggest. Okay, you want to lose 50 pounds. This is what my program looks like. I'll give you a discount. Here's a PIF. Here's a monthly. What do you prefer? I got to think about it. I got to talk to the husband. I just couldn't find myself to like beat the objection and like tear them down because they're like close friends. Like, how do we like
close friends of you?
Yeah, like one of my good friends. Like one of my good friends' wife.
Okay.
So how do we go out by like not going too far to the point like pushing too much, but trying to beat the objection?
That's a good point. Do you honestly feel like you could help this woman lose 50 pounds? Yes or no?
Well, yeah.
And it's your responsibility to fucking get them both on a call and be like, hey, listen, this is no pressure for me, regardless of whether or not you guys join, my life isn't going to change. But if you join, your life is going to change and I'm going to help you lose 50 pounds. So how are you guys feeling about the investment? Because I'd love to get you guys both on board. And if there's something that we need to work out, let's see if we can work something out because like, I know for a fact I can help you lose 50 pounds. So where are you guys at?
But what if they give me an objection? Do I just like fight it?
Oh, 100%. Yes. You don't lay down. I don't fucking lay down for anybody. And especially if they're a friend, especially if they're a friend, you're like, listen, fucking Johnny, I know that it's a struggle, but like, how important is it for you to lose this weight? Because I can fucking help you. And like, dude, if you actually believe that you can help them, then try to work something out. Sometimes it's just not in the cards. Like they have fucking $300 in the bank account and you're asking for $250. I get it. But until I get to that point, like if I know for a fact I can help somebody transform their life, it's my responsibility to enroll them. There was a guy that came to my gym. His name's Hayden Stefaniak. Hayden, are you fucking on here, bro? I saw him this morning. But Hayden was in my program like 2 years ago and kind of dropped off. He hit 10K and then he went back down to 3K. He saw me and Cole in the gym and he was like thinking about it. He was considering it. He wasn't really sure. And I just called him and I was like, bro, I was like, you absolutely fucking need to be in this program. Like I get the hesitation. First month in the program, he made $15,000 again because he was back in the environment. So what I'm saying is if you know for a fact you can help somebody transform their life and you know what's important to them, it's your responsibility to push the extra 10%. And I want to talk about that because I want everyone to write this down, push the extra 10%. On your sales calls, a lot of you guys accept the first objection and you don't go that like extra 10%. But that extra 10% can be the difference between somebody signing up with you and getting their life changed or staying the exact same. And all you have to do is push the extra 10%. Totally hear what you're saying. Totally hear you. And I don't want to pressure you on anything. My goal is to change your life. So I know for a fact I can help you lose that 20 pounds. So what's the biggest hesitation? Is it the finances? Like, is the paid in full a little bit too much? Is the monthly? Talk to me. Where's your mindset at right now? Like, go that extra 10%.
Now, with it being, let's say, close friends, should I frame the call saying, like, I know we're good friends, but this is more of like me as a coach to you?
Yeah. So here's what I would say is I'm like, as your friend, I will always help you out if you ever have a question. If you have a question, you call me, I'll fucking answer. Always. That's what friends do. And you told me that you want to lose 50 pounds. That means I need to kick you in the ass as your coach. So this is me coaching you. Like, I got you.
Okay.
16 weeks. I'm going to help you transform your life. I'll be the last fitness coach you ever hire. And when you're in the best shape of your life, your husband looks at you differently. You look at yourself differently, and your kids look at you differently. I'll give you a high five and we can celebrate that. How does that sound?
Okay. That definitely helps. That works. Last question is every week in the 6-week challenge that I had, every Friday I would share your wins. With it being a challenge, can we like post that on Facebook without their consent?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say like I have a girl that lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks and messaged me on Trainer Eye saying all her wins. Can I just screenshot that and post it? Or do I have to confirm with her to be able to share that?
So if you scratch out her name, you don't need to ask for permission.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I could do that.
So that you just scratch out her name. What I do is it's in all of my agreements. So in all of my agreements with everybody that signs up, it literally says I can use your success as marketing materials. So that's written into my contract. But again, it's written into my contract. And also, if a client ever messages me, like I had this happen recently, one of my homies is in the $1 million mastermind, he's making a lot of money. I screenshotted a win. He's like, I don't feel comfortable with you sharing that. I was like, cool. And I don't share them anymore. But it's literally in my agreement. So if you want to get around it without having to ask, just scratch out their name. And also you can build it into your agreement. Like, I will use your transformation as inspiration for other women that are looking to transform their life.
All right, man. That helps. Thank you very much.
Cool. Anything else?
That's it.
Big Mike's making moves and making money. Good job, bro. Fist bump. Love to hear your success, brother. What's up, Australian Sammy?
Hello, how are you?
Best day of my life. How are you doing?
Best day of my life as well. I'm
Love
sitting
that.
with a hot pack on and a blanket, so I'm nice and toasty.
Love
Good
that.
start to the morning. Wins are so my 14-day challenge. I haven't checked this morning yet, but when I went to bed last night, I think I had 18 signed up so far, and that's in like a bit over 24 hours, like a kind of thing. So yeah, I was super stoked about that because previous 14-day challenges and whatnot, I've barely cracked 20. So to have that already within 24 hours, still have a couple of days, I'm like excited. And 2 girls wanted to do the challenge but just can't because they're away or whatnot. Anyways, ended up one signed last night in the DMs and one booked a call for today instead. So even just advertising the challenge is helping getting leads, which is like super cool.
Love that.
So yeah, so I'm excited for the challenge now if that's the momentum I'm getting already. So yeah.
Cool.
With that, I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just like feel like sit in it, but I'm like kind of really terrified about running the challenge. I just want it to be really good and I don't want it to flop and like almost like be embarrassed by it being a bit of a flop. But I don't know if that's just me getting in my head about it.
It is.
Yeah, I would like your wise words of wisdom to just think through it.
Wise words. I'm flattered. Thank you. So it is in your head. Just letting you guys know. This is the mindset that I want you guys to approach your 14-day challenges with, okay? I want you to change their life in 14 days. I want your intention to be to deliver so much value to them that they literally walk away from the challenge and they're like, holy shit, I cannot believe that was free. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
If you do
4
that,
days.
challenge will take care of itself. 4 days?
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah,
Sorry.
4 days. Sorry.
4 days.
Sorry.
Perfect.
4 days.
If
Yeah.
you do that, the income is going to come. I don't view challenges as a way to sign more clients. Like to be completely transparent, I'll be 100% blunt with you. When I do a 4-day challenge, I don't track how many clients I sign from the challenge. I usually don't. And the reason is because I used to track and I used to be obsessed with it. But then when I became obsessed with selling as many clients as I possibly could, I held back on the value that I was delivering because I didn't want to give too much where somebody wouldn't sign up because I gave them all the sauce, which caused me to not give my very best. And so I just switched the mindset completely. And my mindset now is I want to do a 4-day challenge so that the people that join that challenge are literally like, holy fuck, thank you so much. I've never learned so much about fitness in my life. And you taught me in 4 days. And that will ripple effect. Those people will want to share you to their social media now. Now they'll be loyal fans and followers. You'll get a certain percentage of people that will buy right away. And a certain percentage of people will become loyal audience members that will buy when they're ready. But that's outside of your control. So I don't try to control things outside of my control. All I do is I show up and deliver as much value as I possibly can. And the way that you can do that at 4-day challenge to make sure that you gain as much momentum as possible, I'm going to give you a couple hacks that really matter. Hack number 1, don't let anybody into the group until the day before the challenge. The reason that's important is if you go into a bar and you like are the first person there and there's no one on the dance floor, you're like, this is lame. But if you go into a bar and everybody's dancing, you're like, this is fun. So you want it to be a party as soon as people join. That's number 1. Number 2 is challenge engagement will typically die off throughout the 4 days. So you want to make sure that everybody engages as much as possible on day 1, because if 80% of people engage by day 1, 60% will be engaging by day 4. But if 20% of people engage on day one, then 5% of people will be engaged by day 4. It will naturally drop. And so you want to start the challenge as hot as possible. If you just follow those 2 principles, your challenge will do really well.
Okay, cool. And then thank you. And I have set up so that the kind of the 2 topics that people are really the most interested in, I've made for day 3 and 4 to try and keep
Smart.
them to turn up a little bit. So yeah, okay, that's really helpful. I think it is just that too. And I think because I just started second guessing it a little bit because I had someone be kind of 4 days, what? Heaps confused about how that's a challenge. And then someone else was also how is it free? And then just a few genuine questions, but I think it just started making me go wait, what?
Yeah.
Then just second guess myself.
Yeah.
Just do it. And so what do you do if worst case scenario, say no one turned up to a live, just run it like normal because they can watch the replay, pretend there's people there?
Nope.
Or-
I'm not going to entertain that question.
Yeah. Okay. I had a feel. I was I don't want to say it out loud, but I just want to know.
I'm not even going to entertain that question. That's an impossible reality. We're not even going to play that game.
It's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. Okay. I won't. I'll pretend it's not cool. And then, yeah, you go. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say something, but I'm going to let you finish your thought.
Oh, no, it's a different thought. So you go first.
Do you have 2 phones?
No.
Do you have a way?
I have an iPad.
Do you have a way that you can go live on Facebook and Instagram at the same time?
Yes. Yeah.
So when you're going your live for your 4-day challenge, make sure you also go live for your Instagram because you will get some spillover from people that'll just tune in randomly.
Okay. That's yeah. Because then, I like that because I'm also giving handout little PDF things I've made after the lives, and only the challenge people will get them.
So then you can pin a comment on your live, after we're done on this chat, Sammy, go watch my Instagram live. I pinned a comment. And then if somebody comments the keyword on my pin, because it's on my video, then it can send them a link comment challenge, and I'll send you the info to get into the challenge. Then it'll automatically send them info to the challenge so that they can just join on the back end.
Oh, okay. I will suss that out. That's a really smart thing to do. So, and even if they just don't get all the days, they can just join for that last little bit.
100%.
Yeah, cool.
The entire purpose of a 4-day challenge is to get people to raise their hand. That's the entire purpose. You just want people to raise their hand. The 4-day challenge is just an excuse for people to raise their hand. So anybody that tunes into the live that comments challenge, that's them raising their hand. That's how you need to view it.
Okay, amazing. I love that. I think I just need to keep sticking it out with Instagram lives because I literally will get 3 or 4 people max. So
yeah, at first
it
was the same.
For now.
I used to only get 5 to 7 people tuning into my Instagram lives. Now it's 40 to 100. But it took me 2 years of consistent content, 2 to 3 times a day, every day. So at first it's 2 people every day, and then it's 4, and then it's 10, and then it's 15, then it's 25, then it's 40, then it's 100, etc.
Yeah. Be
Keep
consistent
going.
with that.
Yep.
Beautiful. Easy question. Is with live event, is that open just to PT Dom or is it everyone? I can't remember if I've asked that already.
That's a good fucking question. It is open for everyone. And thank you for reminding me because I always forget. We're going to be dropping tickets next week, you guys, for the event. And Cole and I are going to be doing a 5-hour virtual summit where we're literally just going to pour into you guys. So if you want early access to the PT Domination event tickets, then you need to be at the virtual summit. I just dropped the link in the chat. You need to be at the virtual summit because on the virtual summit, we're going to be dropping tickets for the first time and they're going to be discounted for the duration of the call. So while the 5-hour masterclass is going on, the tickets are discounted. As soon as the masterclass is over, the tickets are no longer discounted. So the answer is yes, it is open to people outside of PT Domination because we want to grow the movement.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, because bit of 99% chance if I am coming, John has to come with me.
What's an if? What's an if?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I heard this word if and I just fucking got confused. What does if mean?
Just finances to get to America for us will just be the main thing. That's all.
Can you do me a favor? Can you DM Chloe and Harry after this live stream? Do you know who they are?
Nope.
Okay, DM Chloe on Instagram and Harry. And the reason Harry and Chloe are such a good examples, they're from Australia too, Sammy. Literally last year they joined the program and they were making 5 to 7K a month. The Elite Match Mastermind with Cole and I. And then they came to the event with Cole and I. And now they're at between $30,000 to $50,000 a month. They both went turbo viral because they learned content, now they're viral. And it was a big investment for them to come to. So you should have a conversation with them and be like, was it worth flying across the fucking planet? Because I respect it, by the way. I know it's a big investment to come over here and I'm not going to let you down if you come over here. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
If you make the trip, I'll make it worth it. Promise.
I literally, if I can swing it, I'm doing it. No matter what, I'm very, very I want it to happen. I'm just being nervous about finances, but just because I went to America last year and then I want to go again next year to compete. So I'm
you're rich. All the more reason to make more money. and continue being rich.
Exactly. That's what we need. But yes. Okay, cool. That's good to know because I want John to come as well because eventually I want him to be a part of we want to be working together in the business. I want to be able to hire him one day. So well
Love
not
that.
hire him, work
Yep.
as a
Love that.
partnership. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, sick. Beautiful. My other question is about like increasing prices, but I wonder if maybe am I best to wait till the call on the Friday or Saturday,
Yep.
whatever it is, Saturday to meet with the coaches
Yep.
in the 10K. Is that better there? I thought
Yep.
so, but that's why I left it till last. So I just wanted to double check.
Yep. I would wait.
Okay, I feel much more just like I just needed a bit of a hype up, so I feel better about my 4-day challenge now.
You're going to crush it. Women are going to come into that challenge and absolutely love your message, and they're going to be so inspired to follow you and continue to learn from you.
Yeah, I am really excited. I actually had a girl who signed up just like reshare it on her story and be like, everyone join, I'm joining in too. And I'm like, oh, like
That's
that was
so
so
cool.
nice. Yeah,
That's
it was
so
really
cool.
cool.
That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. I do feel a lot better now. Thank
Good.
you.
I got your back. Mr. D, Mr. Devon, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on? Very, very, very good insight. Sammy, thank you for asking all those questions because mine was on the 4-day challenge as well. One of my wins though is this morning I had a call with a client of mine who did like a split paid in full for 6 months. She did like the first month and then she actually reached out to me and said this program, she felt like it wasn't for her. So I actually got on a phone call with her, talked to her, ironed some things out, and I got her to commit. So collect actually the payments. So that was a big win for me. I thought I was actually going to let her go. So big win, on track for a record month. So I'm fucking excited. Now, my 4-day challenge is actually happening right now. I'm on day 3. And gonna be honest with you, I'm happy because I got 12 people in. My goal was to get 20, but the engagement in there is like actually pretty shit, to be honest with you. The first day on the live, we got maybe like 6 people to join. I was confident. I was like, all right, cool. And then the second day, only 1 girl showed up. And then I did have 2 of my clients pop in, but like I was just kind of embarrassed and shit. So I was just like, dang, like, how do I like today is day 3. So I'm like trying to create incentive. I'm gonna start reaching out to people to like book calls. Every single person left their number. So like, how do you kind of like turn this over?
So first things first, before every live, especially if I have a small challenge, like and this goes back to our first conversation that I said, when you have an audience, everything is easy. When you don't have an audience, so content needs to be your fucking main focus for the next 3 to 6 months. That is like all I want you to focus on. That being said, when I'm running a 4-day challenge, especially when it's a small one with 12 to 20 people, every single live stream, I'm hitting up every single person in the challenge. I'm like, yo, D, we're going live today at 4 p.m. PST. We're going to be talking about the 5 secrets to burn body fat in the next, 30 days. I think you're going to get tons of value. I would love to see you there. You planning on coming? ? Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone.
Bet.
When I was doing 4-day challenges myself, bro, like when I first started the business, I was sending voice notes to every single fucking person in the challenge.
Okay.
I want them showing up to those lives. You don't get them to show up to
Bet.
the lives, they ain't gonna buy anything. So
Okay.
that's thing number 1. Thing number 2 is I think you should be booking calls with the people that leave their number sooner rather than later. So I'd be sending out those texts right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bet.
Personally invite people, and then I would send out the text and start booking calls right now.
Very good tip, because I remember in my paid community, a lot of people weren't showing up to the live calls, and I started doing that, and then the rate went up. So definitely think like individual messages are going to help for sure. And then I'll send those messages to everyone who booked the application.
Cool.
Now this goes into I appreciate that a lot. Now this goes into my second question, because I know I've been talking to you every week about content, and you talked about focusing on this. So I actually just made a move like across country. So I'm living in Puerto Rico right now, and my content has been something that I've been really trying to stick with. So the thing that I'm currently struggling with is I used to batch my content, and I had someone editing my videos. And then when I would start to post a second time a day, I would edit the second video. But right now I'm only posting one because just editing is taking me long. It's taking me like an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But also like I'm just having trouble like batching my content, and I want to just make sure that it's going in the right direction. So like I'm just kind of trying to figure this whole batching situation and making sure also that my content is going in the right direction.
What is your content style?
So recently I've just been doing something a little bit different, where my girlfriend and I have been like, I've been having her ask questions that like my clients are struggling with.
What's your Instagram?
Kin, K-I-N, Devon.
Got it. I've asked you probably 100 fucking times. So it's okay. I have the memory of a squirrel, so don't bother me.
No, you're good. You're going to memorize it soon.
Bro, have I given you this hack yet? And this is for all of you guys. I don't know if you guys aren't using this yet. I would highly recommend fucking around with it, because it's going to save you a bunch of time. If I didn't have an editor and I wasn't rich, I'd be using this. Bro, this is an AI video editor. It edits your shit for you. You seen this yet?
Okay. No, I haven't.
20 to 40
Sorry about
bucks a
that.
month. Bro, if I didn't have a video editor, I would 100% be using this shit. It's fucking dope. And like for the style of edits that you are producing, like the back and forth, you could literally upload the entire clip of you and your girl talking, like as one clip, and then Submagic will cut out all the filler words and the empty spaces, and it will do all the editing for you.
Okay, bet. So that will kind of minimize some time on the editing process.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Now, like, how would you like track if that style of content is actually going in the right direction? Because it is getting more engaging right now recently, just because I added her in and I'm having her like ask basically questions to me that my clients are struggling with. But yeah, I just kind of want to make sure that like that's kind of going in the right direction because I am only posting once a day right now.
Well, number one, you do have a content style that is hitting right now. And so I'm not going to do a content audit for you because we're not doing that, but I'm going to show you what I can see in your content. Okay. So I know my content is going in the right direction when my average view volume is increasing. So if I look at your average view volume down here, it's 1,300, 1,400, 5K, 1,700, 28, 35, 1,000, 1,600. This is a couple months ago. If I go up here, 2,500, 1,900, 5K, 14K, 6K, 6.5K, 1,500, 6.5K. It's like your worst videos now, your worst ones are 1,500 and your best ones are 21,000, right? There's one that's 21,000 right here. So how you know your content is going in the right direction, everyone write this down, is look at the average view volume. That's how you know when your content's going in the right direction. I'm going to show you guys my page so you can see it as a practical example. Like if I look at my average view volume, so I'm just going to go back 82K, 32K, 48K, 20K. So this is good. I'm going to go up here, 24K, 24K, 25K. I have a pretty good handle on my Instagram now, so I know what goes viral and what doesn't. But like my average view volume is like my worst videos are like 15K. My best videos right now, it looks like are hitting, 40 to 50. And then I'll have a banger. Like once in a while, I'll have a video that goes to 1.1 million. But I'm looking at trends. And so see if I can scroll all the way back. Like, dude, I did not always have good content. And it took me a long time for me to figure this shit out. And I was always trying to play catch up to Cole. And I was always trying to figure out like what he was doing that was working. But like way back, bro, I was just producing as much content as I possibly could. And then through producing as much content as I possibly could, I would figure out what content was performing better than the other content. And I would double down on that content. It took me a very, very long time to figure out content. So I just want you to know that like your content's heading in the right direction. Like if I look at your average view volume is increasing slowly over time, which means that if you keep going with the pace that you're going, like you're going to have one video that breaks through and goes viral. And really like, guys, Instagram is a pretty simple game. If you get one video that breaks through and goes viral, everything changes in your business. Look at Simone. Someone had fucking 1 or 2 videos that went viral. And after those 1 or 2 videos went viral, everything changed. But so I just scrolled back. This is like probably this is about a year ago, D. Can you see this? Average view volume, 5K, 3K, 7.5K, right? So like if you look at the average views back here versus where it's at today, like that's how I know my content's going in the right direction because my average view volume is significantly higher than it used to be. Like now it's like 25K, 33K, 15K. I know if I just keep going, then it's going to be 100K is going to be like my average. And then 80K is going to be my shitty. And then I'll have one that pops off to 4 million. So you just need to pay attention to the average amount of views your videos are getting. Look at the highest and then look at the lowest, go back 3 months, then look at the highest with the lowest. If those numbers are increasing, your content's going in the right direction.
Okay. Now, thank you for that. 100% helps. Now, as far as batching, like I really want to work up to fucking posting twice a day. I think that's going to really like change the game for me. So like, yeah, I think that's going to be a game changer. So like, do you think, I know you recommended Submagic, like obviously going to help, but like, I know that you mentioned you content batch twice a day right now?
So
twice a week, sorry.
I batch twice a week, but I'm also posting 3 times a day. Like I'm a fucking
psycho.
But for you, I think you could get, because 2 videos a day is 14 videos for a week. And I think if you're going to film, you should film 16 to 18. And I think you can sit down, like, it's really not that hard to come up with 16 to 18 videos. Here's what I would do if I had your business is I'd be looking at the videos that are performing really well. Like, let's say you did a video about how to grow your glutes and that video popped off. Then I would do 3 more videos about growing your glutes this week. Then I'd look at another video that was popping off. And let's say it was about like the 3 nutrition mistakes that you're making. Then I would do 3 more videos about nutrition mistakes that I was making. And then the style of content that you have is like the skit content. So then I'd go to 2 creators that have skit content like Dawson and Patrick, and I'd look at their content that's the most viral. And I would try to replicate the ideas that they're talking about in their skit content. And then I would try to try something different with a couple of my videos, because I think that if you get married to one content style, that you end up just boring your audience. So like me trying something different as an example, bro, is I don't know if you guys have seen this, but have you guys seen these content audits that I've been doing?
Yeah.
So that's me experimenting. Like I didn't know
Yeah.
how well these were going to do, but I knew the profile audits were doing well. So I'm like, if the profile audits are doing well, I bet you the content audits will do well. So that's me experimenting. But like the majority of my content is me talking to the camera, and then I'll have content where I'm experimenting. But yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to come up with 18 ideas, bro. It's going to take you like 2 hours of ideation, 2 to 3 hours of filming, and then you're editing, and you can do your editing in Submagic.
If you didn't do a content audit for me today, you should do it on one of the videos. I'll give you permission.
All right, bet.
No, I appreciate it, man. My goal is to get to 2 a day, and I'm going to start working on this. And like you said, just continue to double down on the content. And
Yep.
I know it's going to pop.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good to see you, bro. Happy to hear you're successful.
Likewise. Let's get it.
What up, Brett?
Well, what's up, bro? How we doing? Good.
Best day of my life. How's it going down in Aussie?
Cold, bro. Cold. Not the same one.
Cold? Really?
Yeah, I surf here too, bro. So I surf every morning, so it's pretty chilly as
word.
well.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, bro. So there's a lot of insight from everybody, especially Devon. I think just being honest about, the struggles in this 4-day challenge and stuff, it kind of brings a lot of light to it as well. So it's epic win, bro. So I finally handed in my resignation as a face-to-face coach. So been face-to-face for over 10 years. So basically we like a 12-week period where we kind of that's one. Obviously there's a few things. And then at the moment, my content's probably doing the best it's ever done.
Love that.
Which is great. So currently I'm just running my 6-week challenge as well. I'm in week 4. Now I sent out my check-ins today. Now with sending the option to go into my premium coaching or as well, do you think I just have that option at the bottom? Are you interested in my premium coaching? And then based off whoever clicks on it, send them a DM or kind of call those people?
So how many people do you have in your challenge?
11.
If I had your business, I'd be assuming their interest.
Yeah.
Because they're already in your challenge, right? So obviously they're interested.
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't be in the challenge. And did they pay for the challenge?
Yeah. So all 11 of them are paid in full.
All right. So what I would do if I were you is I'd reach out and be like, yo, Brett, ! Just wanted to say thank you so much for hiring me as your coach. You are the best person ever. Just wanted to set up a quick 30-minute call to talk about your progress moving forward and help you come up with a game plan. I've got some time tomorrow. Does that work for you? ? And they're like, yeah, sure, works. And then send them a calendar link.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. As opposed to having it in the check-in form, just actually reach out to them directly.
I would you just need to assume their interest, because if somebody's in your, they're fucking interested 100%. And then here's how you approach the call. Do you have the renewal script, Brett?
No, I haven't used that one.
I'll give it to you right now. Renewal script. I just got to look through my fucking Dropbox. If you're my client, it's coming in the Zoom chat box. Zoom chat box for you guys. So on the call, you're going to run them through the renewal script. So basically what it does, I'll just paint the picture for you, is you ask them about their previous pain, like where they were before they started with you. What that's going to do is it's going to create a bigger gap between where they used to be and where they are now. And then you talk about their future goals. So now you've got a wider gap to sell from, because if you just go in to sell and you're like, let's talk about your goals moving forward, they already feel like they're where they want to be because they got the results in your challenge. And so on the renewal script, you want to make them aware of where they used to be 60 weeks ago, where they are now, what they've learned from you. And then you want to paint the picture of where they want to go without in the next 12 to 16 weeks. And then on that call, you can be like, well, you had some amazing results in the 6-week challenge. I'd love to continue this. And I think we can get you down another 20 pounds. Are you interested in hearing more about what we have to offer? And if they say yes, you go into the pitch. And if they say no, you're like, totally cool. I only have one question for you. And I want to ask is that if you got value from me, would you mind shooting me a testimonial video? It doesn't have to be long. Doesn't have to be professional or anything like that. Just maybe 60 to 90 seconds talking about your experience in the program, what it was like to have me as your coach and the results that we got together. I would absolutely love that. So then on those 11 calls, you're either going to get a client or you're going to get a testimonial video. Either way, it's a win.
Yeah, cool. That's epic, bro. That really helps out a lot, gives me a lot of clarity. So I'll go through that script. Another one I was doing was, I mentioned that my content is the averages are the most I've ever had. And I've obviously put in a lot of time and work into that as well. My I'm getting the most probably shares, saves, all that kind of stuff as well. The only thing is I'm not getting, as probably much follows as I would have thought maybe based off that. And I'm just wondering particularly what that may be the case to, or what I could work on more to probably get that up. Because as I said, it's pushing the most content I've kind of had.
My question, do you tell people to follow you?
In the actual script itself, I write it in the comment below, or I say save and share for later or whatever as well.
So I'm looking at your recipe video right now, the creamy rice snacks. You don't tell people to follow. So on the last 1 second of your video, bro, this will not affect your V volume. On the last 1 second of your video, follow for more recipe tips. Follow for more fat loss tips. Follow for more fat loss advice. follow for an OBS approach to fit. Like you can put that on the last actual second of your video as a text if you don't actually.
Oh yeah.
But I like to say it in every video because follow for more value takes me 1 second.
Yeah.
And then the reason I think it's important is because if you have a video that goes like turbo viral, like gets a million views, and you say follow for more value, you'll get like a significant amount more people that will follow you versus if the video doesn't say anything about that. So I like to tell people what to do in every single video. So if you watch pretty much, I would say 90% of my content, Brett, save this video, follow for more value. Leave a comment below if this was valuable. Like I'm always telling them to engage, and I'm usually telling them to follow. So I would just encourage you to get more people to follow you, and I would just tell them exactly what to do. So that'd be the first thing. Second thing, I think the view volume on your content is very good. And I think that like this is a conversation where like the 91,000 video, do you have the insights on that fucking video?
Yeah, I think so, bro.
Can you
Because
pull
I think
them
a few of them, because I tried to kind of rip, you know how you go, if something's trending, like go for it. So it seemed like a lot of my sweet stuff was like trending heaps.
Yep.
So on that one, 91K, 242 likes, 230 saves, 54 shares, 23 comments.
And how many follows did you get from that? Scroll down.
I got 19 off that.
19 off that. But so now if I look at that video, I'm watching that video right now. I'm just going to watch the whole thing just to make sure that I'm correct. Just fat loss, guys. This is my banana Biscoff and caramel, no big cheesecake. That's 27 grams of protein. That was made for you. You'll never need a real thing. Now put the ingredients and macros in the caption below. Make sure to save and share. So I want you to tell people what to do in the video. I'm going to show you an example of this. Is sometimes in the post edit, I'll add text to the videos because I think that I can get more engagement out of it. So I'm just going to do a screen share and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Tell people to follow you. Tell people to engage. Tell people what to do in the video. And I think another way that video goes viral, Brett, is instead of giving them the actual macros, so maybe you can put macros and say, comment the word recipe and I'll send you the full instructions.
Yeah, right.
So then you send them a ManyChat and then you have ManyChat trigger. But if you watch this video, steal these 4 hooks types to go viral, right? So this is a video of me on stage. And then in the middle of the video, you'll see it come up in a second. In the middle of the video, there's something that comes up, comment blueprint, and I'll send you the full presentation. I also say comment blueprint and I'll send you the video. So I'm getting engagement. And then because I got engagement, this says 254 comments and this video went viral. And now this one video, see the follows, 233 follows from this one video.
Yeah, right.
But you got to get that engagement, right? You got to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
You got to tell them what to do. So I'm asking people to engage in my video on every single facet. It's either the first line in the caption, like if I'm doing a CTA, I say comment blueprint and I'll send you the info, but I'll also put it on the actual video itself. But I say it in literally every single video. Say this video, follow for more value, follow for more value. Yeah. Last thing I'll say, I just want to jump in really quick before I forget, is go to your insights, Brett, and see which videos are getting shown to non-followers. That's important.
Okay.
Because sometimes your videos like might get 30,000 views, but 96% of those are followers. That video isn't really doing a lot for you. I'm interested in seeing what content is getting shown to your non-followers. So take a look at that and see if you can double down on some of that content.
Yeah, because I've always put like the ingredients, the method and macros in the actual caption itself. So I'll be quite interested to see what happens if I actually say like a call to action for me to directly send it out, right?
I think you're going to get a lot more engagement on your videos. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, heaps, bro. Fucking makes fucking heaps of sense, and let's go.
Cool. I love it, bro. Good to see you. Happy
Thanks,
to see
bro.
you.
Appreciate it. Cheers, man.
What up, Keith King?
Yeah, well, what's happening?
Best day of my life, brother. How are you doing?
Doing better. Doing a lot better. So a few wins here. I had 3 month to month sign up, 1 PIF and 1 low ticket, 1 additional low ticket. I might eventually move her up to a high ticket because I have been talking with her. It's like a long, 2 months I've been working with her and just giving her value. But I know in the long run, obviously she's going to sign up later on for that high ticket. And then I had a TikTok gain over 50 new followers and over 2K views. So I'm going to double down on that content and 15 new followers on IG and Facebook, which I'm not really going to hold too much weight to it, but I mean, it's starting to gain traction. I've been doubling down on putting out more high value content and stuff like that too.
I love that.
So big question for me, or at least sense of direction here, is I haven't done challenges in a while, and I'm really looking at putting those back into rotation as far as my nurturing new leads and stuff like that. So I'm just like looking at timeline. I was looking at doing one next week as far as a 14-day or 4-day, but I know it's like going into 4th of July. Like I know a lot of people aren't going to be on social media as far as I would think they would be, or in a sense like, being super engaging with that. So I was thinking like doing that right after or making that post right after the 4th of July and then start running those, run a 14-day, run a 4-day in between that, and then run a 6-week right after those to keep getting new leads in there into the rotation.
So I have an alternative opinion. Can I give it to you?
Yeah.
I think next week you should do a 40 challenge and then it should lead into a 4th of July flash sale.
Okay.
Right. So like, bro, you could launch it. It's the 19th, 20th. It's like you could launch it by Monday. Like you could like launch the promo Monday or even Sunday. From Sunday to Wednesday, you're filling it up. Or Sunday to Tuesday, you're filling it up. It starts Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday's the final day. And then it leads into a 4th of July flash sale. And you just let people know, like you let people in on an early discount for the 4th of July. I would do that. I also think that if you guys are looking to grow your coaching business and you're dead ass serious about it, doing a 4-day challenge every 6 weeks for 6 months will do that. I will bet my life on it. You do a 4-day challenge every 6 weeks for 6 months, you're going to be hitting $15,000 to $20,000 a month every single month, because the 20 people that you get in this challenge, you might enroll 3 to 7 of them, whatever, but then those people are going to become loyal followers and they're going to warm themselves up on their own the more that they consume your content. You do that for 6 months, you're going to be fully booked and we're going to have different problems. Like I have too many clients, I need to hire more people, etc. So I think it's a great idea to rotate them back in the challenge. I personally would be doing a 4-day challenge every 6 weeks for 6 months if I were you. And if you wanted to add some mix into that, maybe do a 4-day challenge now, a 14-day challenge after. I'm personally not a big fan of 6-week challenges. I know that Janelle is, I know that Alex is, I know that Samantha is, I know that they run them. I like to sign high ticket clients personally.
That's weird, honestly.
Yeah. So I personally don't like doing 6-week challenges. And again, they do work. There's a lot of, like Janelle has over 6,000 clients. I'm more than happy to admit when something works. Like it obviously works. I personally don't like doing it. I like to sign high ticket clients.
Yeah, I just don't personally, for me too, I just don't like doing 6-week challenges because on the front end, yes, it is a lot of work as far as like just building the program or making sure we're making those shifts as far as switching the programs up and stuff like that. But I like customizing my training programs for my clients. Like I don't like just doing cookie cutter bullshit.
So when you're doing your marketing calendar, Keith, I want you to think about that, keep that in mind, and I wouldn't put 6-week challenges in there because 6-week challenges don't align with that.
Yeah, I can do that. And then I think the last piece realistically right now is that I have been sending out hella DMs and messages and stuff like that, trying to engage on the different content and whatnot. I think my issue is to just like the content wise. So I have gone through all of the content mastery, stuff like that, going through the Devin Jocko, what do you want to call it, presentation from the summit earlier. Is there anything that I'm missing as far as like making those connections with new people besides like going through networking events or anything like that?
What's your Instagram?
primalking.fit. I can drop it in there real quick.
King.fit. Give me 1 second. Let's see, brother. You do my course and Devin's course, your content must be lit. Let's take a look. I'm actually going to share it with sound. Share screen with sound. By the way, the reason I'm doing this is because the first thing he said is I've completed content mastery in full. All right, now I'll take a look. Touche.
I know I need some work and shit like that.
You haven't completed content mastery? I ain't gonna look at your shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you the same shit. So first thing I'm gonna say is whenever I look at content, first thing I'm looking at is I'm looking for the outliers. So I want to look at the content that doesn't have a lot of views. I want to look at the outliers. So I'm going to look at the outliers.
Doing your tricep press downs like this if you actually want to burn those bat wings on the back side of your arms. I have nice triceps like these and not have wings flapping in your shirt. Watch the rest of this video. The muscle you're trying to target.
So yes, get to the point faster. I think that was a banger hook. I think you took too long to get.
Stop doing your tricep press downs like this if you actually want to burn those bat wings on the back side of your arms.
Boom. That's it. Now tell me the fucking value.
Value.
Right? Like if you look at my content, I'll show you.
Never, ever, ever say these 3 words in sales. Nick, so
I'm right into it because I don't waste your fucking time. That video is actually longer because if you notice how the sound changes, I'll show you.
Never, ever, ever say these 3 words in sales. Nick, so
notice how the sound changed? It's because I cut out a certain part of the video because I was like, never, ever, ever say these 3 words in sales calls. They make you look like a dork and no one likes dorks. But then I was like, that doesn't need to be in there. So you want to cut out as much as you fucking possibly can, and you want to get right to the fucking point.
Do you feel awkward when you talk to the camera? Try this to make you more confident.
In the first 3 seconds, it's like bam, bam. If you look at your video, right? Watch it.
Probably about
Stop doing your tricep press downs like this if you actually want to burn the bat wings on the back side of your arm. I have nice triceps like these and not have wings flapping in your shirt. Watch the rest of this video.
10 seconds to get to the fucking point. You see it?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Get to the fucking point.
Stop doing your lat pull downs like this if you want to actually have a nice hourglass V taper. The number one mistake I see with this is that people either have their hands too wide or too narrow, which then doesn't activate the lats at all. You're not getting any gain, and your back won't look like a 12-pack of rolls instead of a Dorito chip. First, you need to find the most optimal grip based on your shoulder.
Yeah, I think you could have taken that whole fucking explanation out. Watch.
Stop doing your lat pull downs like this if you want to actually have a nice hourglass V taper.
Boom. So that's it. Watch this explanation, and it's going to be the same fucking explanation that you gave in the second part of the video. Watch.
The number one mistake I see with this is that people either have their hands too wide or too narrow, which then doesn't activate the lats at all. You're not getting any gain, and your back won't look like a 12-pack of rolls instead of a Dorito chip. First, you need to find the most.
You're saying the same fucking thing right here. You get it? Right here, you're explaining the same thing you just explained in the last 10 seconds of the video.
Optimal grip based on your shoulder width. Have your hands all the way at the end of the bar.
So you could have been like, you got to have the optimal grip, not too wide and not too narrow. That's the fucking point, right? So I'm going to challenge you because this tells me that you're like, the algorithm wants to reward you. Okay. That's what I'm seeing here. But you need to give the algorithm what it wants. And what the algorithm wants is it wants you to keep people's attention. And you ain't keeping people's attention because as soon as you go into your longer winded explanations, they're like, peace, I'm out. So you got to get to the point. Tell me what the video is about right away.
Yeah.
Stop doing your lateral raises like this if you want to have a nice hourglass V taper. Number one mistake I see people do with this movement is that they overextend their arms over their head like they're signaling for a plane. Instead, you need to start off with some smaller dumbbells so you can make sure your form is solid. Next, make sure you pull your shoulders back, engage your core, and make sure that your elbows are slightly bent so you can put maximum tension on your delts. Last little cheat code, make sure you tilt your pinkies up towards the sky while keeping those shoulders pulled back and control the weight.
Watch. So if you watch your content, you don't change angles, you don't change positions. It's the same fucking shit. But even if you watch my content, there's little micro shifts. So watch.
Never, ever, ever say these.
Do you see the little zoom at the start of the video?
Never, ever, ever say these 3 words in sales.
Hey, Nick, so the payment for 12 weeks is $1,000.
Instead,
every fucking 3 seconds, I'm changing the scene. I want to keep your attention. Changing the scene, by the way, is just like moving your tripod 3 inches to the fucking left, 4 inches to the right. Like you got to maybe you move it down to the ground and you talk to them on the fucking ground. Maybe you put it on the lap pull down machine and you come up to the lap pull down machine. But you got to keep my attention. Here's the rule, Keith, every 3 seconds. You need to change something. Every 2 to 3 seconds, my video does something. My video is not doing something every 2 to 3 seconds.
Nathaniel Shreds, this is your content audit. First things first, let's look at your Instagram stories. See, I like that you're documenting.
Boom. You see it? It's like, it's like there's a lot of shit happening. If I look at your content.
Stop doing your lat pull downs like this if you want to actually have a nice hourglass V taper. The number one.
How I would refilm this.
Stop doing your lat pull downs like this.
And then I would fucking pause the video and I would fucking get up and I would move my fucking ass and my tripod over the other end of lap pull down. If your goal is to have a big V taper, bam, bam, just that small shift will cause your videos to do better.
If you want to actually have a nice hourglass V taper. The number one mistake I see.
And then I wouldn't be I would be sitting down on the lap pull down. I'd be have the fucking camera facing me while I'm talking on the lap pull down, right? So change up the angles in which you're filming your content. The algorithm wants to reward you. I will say this is your best video that I've seen. Which one is it? This one, which is why it performed the best. Because look how fast you get to the fucking point.
Stop doing your lateral raises like this if you want to have a nice hourglass V taper. Number one mistake I see people do with this movement is that they overextend their arms over their head like they're signaling for a plane. Instead, you need to start off with some smaller dumbbells so you can make sure your form is solid. Next, make sure you pull your shoulders back, engage your core, and make sure that your elbows are slightly bent so you can put maximum tension on your delts. Last little cheat code, make sure you tilt your pinkies up towards the sky while keeping those shoulders pulled back and control the weight on the way down. I'm telling you right now, this will cook your shoulders. All these easy.
Boom. So that's a good fucking video. Change up the angles. That's the video that you got to the point the fastest. Change up the angles, add some music. Because it's boring to listen to.
Stop doing your lateral raises like this.
If you go to my content.
Do you feel awkward when you talk to the camera? Try this to never, ever, ever say these 3 words.
I have a sound, by the way. I use a sound, but you don't need to use a sound. That being said, you need to have music on your videos. Make those small changes, you're going to start making a lot more money.
All right. Appreciate it, B.
Got you, bro. Good to see you. What up, D?
Yo, what is good, B? How you doing today, man?
Best day of my motherfucking life, brother. How are you?
Fucking amazing, bro. So, some wins from this past week. I signed a client Sunday, upgraded a client from a low ticket to monthly Monday. So that's been going smooth. But I got two questions. So the first question is going to be, I'm running a 14-day challenge right now, and this is literally the most I've ever poured into a fucking challenge. I mean, like everything. And I had some people that said that they wanted to hop on a phone call to reach their goals faster. And I didn't get them on as soon as they like filled out the application because I wanted them to come into the challenge and then give them some value. And then when they said that they, when they voted on my CTA in my challenge, then I would get them on a call. So I did that. And it's almost like the people that didn't vote on the CTA in my challenge or the people that did vote on the CTA, it's almost impossible to get them on a phone call. Like I got one guy to fill out, but he didn't show up for the call, and everybody else is just like dodging my calendar link. Do you think I should still try to push for the other people to get on the call that didn't raise their hands, or should I just keep giving them value and just try to get them back into it for my next challenge?
Question. So there's people that left their phone number that you still haven't texted?
No, I've texted all of them, just like saying like, yo, the challenge started, checking in on you, giving you value, all this different stuff. But most of them I've already like tried to get them onto a phone call, but they're dodging it.
Okay. So I'm going to use a dating analogy. Have you ever been on a date with a girl and she was like throwing you signals that she was interested?
Yeah.
And you didn't take the signals that she was interested. And then over the course of the date, she got less interested because you weren't taking the signals.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I view the situation that you're in right now. So I want you to write this down because I don't want you to forget this fucking statement. All right. If they leave their phone number and they say yes, book a fucking call right away. The 14-day challenge is designed to warm prospects up to the point where they're ready to purchase. However, if a prospect votes that they're interested in your coaching offer and they leave their phone number, they are telling you, take me on a date. If you don't answer that call and then a week later you try to book a call, they're going to put you in the friend zone. Right now, you in the friend zone, dog. You're in the friend zone, right? So the script to book a call, D, is, yo, D, is this you? Question mark. They're like, yep. Who's this? And I'm like, yo, it's Brian Mark from the 14-day challenge. You just got your application. Saw that you want to lose 20 pounds, brother. That's awesome. How long you been working on that? I've been working on that for the last fucking 3 years. Dude, I love it. So next step is to book in for a quick 20-minute call. Talk about your number one struggle, your number one goal. I'm gonna give you a game plan to help you achieve your goals. Send calendar link. Go ahead and book it now. Spots always fill up quick. Let me know what time you pick. Cool, question mark. They send you a screenshot. You send them an ebook, and then you change their life on a call. So you've already had conversations with these people, right?
Yeah. A lot of them I've already had conversations with, just like.
And talk to me about the conversation. How are those going? Like, don't paraphrase. Pull up a fucking conversation and tell me what you said.
All right, second.
Because I want to coach you with what you're currently doing right now. So rule number 1, don't make the same mistake twice. That's what I'll say. So next challenge, follow the blueprint because I'm pretty smart. I know what I'm doing. So that being said, I'm going to coach you through what you're going through because that's my job as your coach. So tell me about the conversation.
Okay, so before I do that, I was told not to book a call with them. I was told to get them into the challenge and then just give them value. So that's why I went with that. So that's why it is a little confusing. I'm not sure which, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, fair enough. Well, Brian Mark is telling you the next challenge, book a call as soon as possible.
All right, bet. So this guy's name is Grady. I said, hey, Grady, this is Coach Dramon. I saw you didn't get your lift in yesterday. Let me know what time you'll be able to make it in today, and let's get it. He said, what up, big dog? I just completed the workout now. I'm in the sauna. I said, hell yeah, bro. I want to check in on you with your diet as well. Have you been able to go grocery shopping, or are you still out of town? He said, I checked out the meals. I leave on Friday morning, so I can't prep the upcoming week, but I'll be following the meal plan as close as possible. I forget to get a scale, but I think that will help me out a lot. I said, okay, cool. For this week, we can do the meal plan. Then for the week upcoming, I'm going to shoot you over the macro sheet to help you out with that while you're on the road. Also, we have our Q&A tonight. Can you make it? He said, I have a Zoom meeting from 5 to 8. I'll shoot over the questions I have. Then I sent him over the macro sheet. I said, also, I wanted to hop on a call for your goals. What day works better for you, Thursday or Friday? He said, I leave for Tulum Friday, so I'll be running around. I'll review the article. It looks like it would be very beneficial for my diet. I said, does today work better for you then? And 100%. check out that article. Let me know once you get done. Some things I want to go over with you before you left. Then he didn't respond back. So I texted him later that evening and I said, hey, Grady, what time are we getting that lift in today? Then I told him that we have a Zoom call as well, too. He responded back. He said, about to head to the gym now. I can't make the call today. I have dinner at 6:30. Then I texted him Friday. I said, hey, Grady, you have a chance to read over the sheet. He said, just landing in Tulum. I looked over it. I haven't had the time to read it thoroughly. I said, when you get a chance, download my Fitness Pal. He said, the app, yes. And I texted him this past Monday. I said, hey, Grady, what time are we getting the lift in? And he was like, I have the app downloaded. I said, okay, great. Read this over for me. I just sent him over my my macro sheet on how to set up my Fitness Pal and all that.
Okay, so I want to give you credit first before I give you shit. I'm going to give you credit. And the credit I'm going to give you is you are a great coach. You're doing this for free. You're a great fucking coach. So I want to give you credit because I'm dead ass. Like, you're a great coach. That's fucking awesome. Good for you. I'm serious. I'm not like being sarcastic. That's fucking awesome. Like, you're going above and beyond for this guy. And it's like, it's clear that you care. All right. Now, here's the really good news about the situation that you're in is it's a micro shift. And I'll tell you, go back and read the part where you asked him for the call about your goals. Read me that fucking message.
Also, I saw that you want to hop on a call for your goals. What day works better for you, Thursday or Friday?
Perfect. So instead of that, so when you say hop on a call for your goals, what does that sound like?
A sales call?
Fucking sales call, 100%. So we need to make it not sound like a sales call. So Grady, next step is to set up a quick 20-minute call. We'll talk about your number one struggle in your fitness journey, your number one goal, and I'll make sure you have the game plan to achieve your goals. And then I would just send the fucking calendar link. Go ahead and book in now. Spots usually fill up quick. Let me know what time you pick, period. Cool, question mark?
Got you.
You're in the friend zone right now. He friend zoned your ass.
Okay.
And you're like, it's like, if you use the dating analogy, it's like when you're in the friend zone, it's like you want to text them every day so that they text you back. They'll text you back, but you friendly. You ain't going on a date. So here's what I would say is this is how I would book calls if I had your business, is I would send each one of them a video. D, what's going on, brother? So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for choosing me as your coach in the 14-day challenge. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you. I'd love to set up a quick 20-minute call to talk about your number one struggle, your number one goal, and give you a game plan moving forward after this challenge. The strategy call is free. It's basically for me to understand a little bit more about your situation and make sure that you're set up moving forward. If that's cool with you, drop a hell yes, and I'm going to send it through the calendar link. So I'd send that video, they reply with hell yes, then I send the calendar link. If you have 11 people, you'll probably get 4 to 5 hell yeses back, and you'll book 1 to 2 calls, and you'll close 1 or 2 of them.
Okay, cool. So how do I get out the friend zone, Grady, or do I have to just
do what the fuck I just told you?
Oh, okay. So send him a video. Okay,
Yeah.
bet.
You need to so it's like the difference between a guy that ends up in the friend zone and the guy that gets the girl is the guy that gets the girl fucking leads the interaction.
Right. Yeah.
That leads the
Okay.
interaction. I'm not like asking you if you want to hang out. I'm calling you. I'm like, yo, I'm coming to pick you up in 30 minutes. I'll be there soon. Fucking wear something nice. See you soon. Bye. Whereas like
Alright,
the guy that's in the friend zone is like, hey, do you have some space on Thursday night for me? I would love to spend some time with you. There's a difference between the energy of those, right? You want to be the guy that fucking is like, yo, I'll be there in fucking 30 minutes to pick you up. Wear something nice.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, cool. So leading off of this, I have a guy in the challenge right now, and he didn't put his number down to hop on a call faster, but I could tell he wants to get more help. He texted me this morning. I just haven't texted him back yet. He just asked like, hey, can I get a game plan for next week? Because I'll be traveling.
Pause.
The challenge.
Yes. You'd be like, yeah, got you. Go ahead and book in here. Spots usually fill up quick. Let me know what time you pick. Cool, question mark?
Bet.
You literally have all the fucking answers in your DMs. They're all right there. Everybody wants to work with you. You just need to like be like, oh yeah, all these people are in this challenge because they want me as their fucking coach. Stop asking for permission. Lead them down the direction that they're asking for.
Okay, fair enough. All right, last question. I finished the content mastery course. Can I get an audit?
When?
Now?
No, when did you finish it?
I finished it the month it came out.
Okay. I thought you just finished it last week. I was like, you motherfucker, bro. Finished it 3 days ago, and I haven't taken any action. Okay, what? What is it?
DJIMONGOR. There you go. Okay.
Dude, I can't see any profiles under 21. It's fucking weird. I hate it. There's nothing I can do to change it. I tried changing it, and they're like, no, sorry, you can't change your age. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm fucking 18 now. Whatever.
All right. I'll take that I'm 21 then, I guess. All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Cool. I appreciate you, bro. Much love. What's up, Kayla Williams? Last and not least, Aussie Kayla.
Good morning for me. So
how's the podcast set up? Did you get it all set up?
Yeah, I got someone else to do it for me.
Love that. Smart girl.
So I just need to get another chair and set the other mic up. I think my problem with the podcast is I need to figure out who's going to edit it for me, because I don't want to do that. So I've already got a guy. No. So you don't have to stress, because I used to have a producer. I'm just trying to convince him to do the edits for me. So I'm just like.
Are you talking about for videos or audio?
Well, because I kind of wanted to do video, but I think for now I might just do audio just to get the content back out, and then at a later date I'll do the both.
Cool.
Anyways, my win is that I went live last night for the first time, because I never go live for my group coaching calls, so I did that. And then the only question I really have today, I liked what Brett mentioned about the content in terms of what you were mentioning about it being pushed out, and the percentage of who non-following you is viewing the reel. Because I noticed for me, there's definitely some reels where it is more likely to get pushed out, and then there's others that don't. My question is to put trending sound on or go original sound. Like, do you know what I mean? So if there's like a sound that's trending, is it more likely going to push it out? Or if it's a talking head, are you better off just not having music overlay in the background and just doing original content? Because I've been doing a little bit of research into looking at those outliers for other profiles. And what I'm noticing is like some people that are like their videos are taking off, they don't actually have trending audio or anything in the background.
Yep.
However, the one that went like viral for me did have trending sound in the background. So I'm kind of trying to work out to put music in the background or just do like original, if that makes sense.
Yep. I'll tell you, all of my content, every single piece of content on my page is original sound for Instagram. Now I'm going to talk Instagram growth. I'm not a fucking TikTok expert, but I am good at Instagram. Yeah. All of my content is original sound. And I'll tell you the logic behind that. The logic behind that is like, let's say you say something that's like really impactful, Kayla, like it like really fucking resonates and people want to use that sound. They cannot use that sound if you're using somebody else's audio, because when somebody goes to use the audio, it's just going to be the audio of the fucking in the background. But if you have original sound and you say something that like really resonates, then people can use that sound in their videos. So for that reason alone, I use original sound in all my videos. All I do, and I think it's really good to have music on every single video. Now, that being said, I also want to have a conversation about what works, because if you have a video that's going viral right now that uses a trending sound, then that tells me that like your content might respond to trending sounds. So what I would do if I had your business is if I was doing talking videos, I would have them all original sounds, because there might be something that you say that really fucking hits home. But like if it's not something like a talking video, maybe it's like a recipe or something like that, then adding a trending sound might not be a bad idea.
Okay. So it's more so distinguishing between when to use the sound and when not to. So that's a good point. All right. So even when I do recipes, that does make sense to use music in the background.
Yep. And it makes it funner to watch.
Yeah, I agree too. And workout videos and things like that would make sense with sound.
Yep.
But if you're literally talking to the camera and relaying a point, don't do music, just do the original.
Yeah, do the original sound. I would add music in your own editor though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I had music on pretty much all my content has music. I add that music like in my own editor though.
Yeah, cool. All right, no worries. And yeah, I have started using Submagic as well. It just simplifies the edit, like the time to edit things. And then yeah, just on the note of getting it pushed out, how can you ensure? Like, I'm just curious why does it's the exact same content, like it's me in the grocery store, but then some will get a higher percentage of non-followers and then others don't. Is there a way to increase it so that it's getting pushed out to more of your non-followers?
If I knew that, I would have 1 million followers.
Yeah. Okay.
So like you can't really identify what it is exactly about the video. All we're doing is taking calculated guesses.
Yeah.
So I can take some calculated guesses if you want, but like to know for sure, this is why this video got shown to non-followers and this is why this one did not. It's really hard. However, like one thing that I try to look for truths, Kayla, and what I'm, anything I'm looking for truths. And the truth is that pretty much every video that you do in the grocery store does well. That's the truth. So that's that's the truth. Then I'm going to discover how to go get I'm going to come up with fucking 100 different video ideas that I can do in the grocery store. And then there might be one series that you do that every time you do like low calorie chips, it fucking explodes. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I try to play off truth. So one thing for sure is when you do videos in the grocery store, they do well. So do more videos in the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Easy. Thank you. That's all for today.
You're very welcome. I hope you have the best day of your entire life.
Thanks.
Cool. I just want to say one more thing before I forget it, because I think it's on the subject of viral versus not viral, Kayla. The videos that I have that I know for sure go viral are usually the profile audits and the content audits. But the profile audits and the content audits aren't going to be the videos that sign me the clients. The videos that are going to sign me the clients are videos where I'm demonstrating like my specific knowledge on the area that I'm talking about. And I think that if I'm just doing a profile audit, that video might go viral and it will get me seen. But when people come to my page and they see that I know how to sell, how to market, how to create hooks, how to get content that goes viral, when they see that tangible, actionable value that they can use, that's what's going to sell clients, as well as social proof. So just keep in mind that as you're trying to create content that's going viral, don't have that be the only thing that you focus on. Because I know that when I'm doing a talking video about how to overcome an objection, I don't think that video is going to go viral, but I do know that that video is valuable enough so that somebody's like, oh, I want to hire this guy. So there's just like intentions with my content. Some of it I designed with the intention of going viral. Some of it I designed with the intention of really serving my avatar.
Okay, that's good because even me, sometimes I'm like, I used to do a lot of carousel posts with like, low calorie, this swap, like food swaps and things like that, or sample days on a plate and whatever else. And they get like minimal likes and attention, but then there's a lot of people that reach out and be like, I love this content, like it's so valuable. So I probably do still need to go back and do more stuff in Canva with those types of posts as well, but I stopped doing it.
Yep.
So
that's the same concept with testimonials. A lot of you guys will not post testimonials on your newsfeed because you'll have a reel that hits 10,000 views. Then you post a testimonial and it gets like 100 likes and you're like, fuck. But that testimonial that gets 100 likes will get significantly more clients than the reel that like just hit 10,000 views because it's doing more of the selling for you. So things like that, like it might get the least amount of engagement, but those will sign you the most amount of clients.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. All right, so I will go back to doing some more carousel posts then.
Cool.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone has the best day of your entire lives. I will see you guys next week. Remember, next week is not Podchats. We're going to be doing the virtual summit. So it's going to be Cole and I for literally 5.5 hours. Cole's going to be talking about content. I'm going to be talking about lead gen and also getting more leads. And then Cole and I are both going to be talking about overcoming objection. So it's going to be dope. Peace and love. Have the best day ever. We'll talk to you guys in the next fucking episode. Let's go.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.